Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and our home team. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Check. No. Hey, watch the slant. Check. 80. Sit. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now Rosen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears out 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. It's a foot race. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 83 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Here we go. Show it up. 80.
And now it's Rosen looking. He's airing it out for Williams. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's...
There he goes, right side. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Rosen looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
First down and run with Cohen. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46.
Alert, 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 alert. Banjo. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that? Hitting the defense hard early, and, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 10.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. $16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Check 55 for Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Roquan Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. There's a quick shot to his tight end. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
3rd and 10.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Alert, alert, alert. Hey, Echo. 58, right over there, right over there.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because
touchdown, Chicago! Trey Burton, his second touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally,
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Double tight.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Credit the sack to Corey Legion.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Trubisky from his end zone on 3rd and long. He's going to float this over the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, 99 yards as the Bears push further out in front. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. but that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
6 guys! Check 6 guys! Check 43!
From the 31, Rosen trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 50 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they come together.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. LeGarrette Blount with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go! Here we go! Here we go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Right here.
Middle.
Watch the out.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rosen. Caught left side. Williams. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 9, check 9. Monday.
Here's Rosen. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Roquan Smith. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Jim. Monday. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Trubisky on the keeper. A loss of the guard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
180. 52. Watch one.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Alert.
From the 24, Trubisky. The reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now it's Trubisky. This is caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
All day, every day, any day. Hey, watch this.
run for with Montgomery. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
I'm coming after you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as his guys continue to pour it on.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
The Raiders take over first and 10. That's their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 7 yards there and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially his second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Rosen will throw. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rosen, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Again, it's Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he's got room. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator. Wouldn't we clip out the box score? Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st down, Cohen. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
See what you got.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
Hey, 18, 18, 18.
55's my guy.
Buzz.
From the 17, Trubisky. And open is touchdown, Chicago. Alshon Jeffrey, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. J.J. Nelson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders are able to eat just a bit into this sizable deficit. Carlson now to add the extra point. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he takes this one. Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point safely through, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Intended for Josh Jacobs, incomplete. He was covered by Prince Amukamara.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Big stop, D. Monday. Let's go.
Here's Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Welcome back now here in London. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Roquan Smith. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Check, 52's the Mike. Check, 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 check. He's crashing.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Pull it together.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Rosen to throw. They'll find his running back here, Richard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. One down. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's make these babies quick.
Play action here with Rosen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
All day, just like that. Just like that. 25.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Foul blown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead, your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive? And a big loss here as he's taken down. Roquan Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll set up a throw. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. Rosen. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give to Cohen. He heads right. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass.